The American mission in Afghanistan will stay on track and on schedule despite serious blows. That was the message the commanding general brought to Congress today. NewsHour congressional correspondent Kwame Holman has our report.
Thousands of Afghans celebrated their new year today at an ancient festival marking the first day of spring. But by Western calendars, there's been little for Afghans or Americans to celebrate in 2012. In Washington, Marine General John Allen, commanding NATO and U.S. forces in Afghanistan, acknowledged as much at a House Armed Services Committee hearing.
I wish I could tell you that this war was simple and that progress could easily be measured, but that's not the way of counterinsurgencies. They are fraught with both successes and setbacks which can exist in the same space and in the same time, but each must be seen in the larger context of the overall campaign. And I believe the campaign is on track.
Allen conceded there had been setbacks. The burning of Korans at a U.S. base that set off violent protests and killings. And now the massacre of Afghan civilians allegedly by an American soldier. The general called the incidents tragic, but said the mission remains intact. The current U.S. plan calls for a drawdown of 23,000 American troops by the end of September and a total withdrawal by December 2014 as Afghan security forces, known as ANSF, take over control. War-weary committee members asked for assurances that would actually happen.
As we're spending $10 billion a month that we can't even pay for, the Chinese, Uncle Chang, is lending us the money to pay that we're spending in Afghanistan. When does the Congress have the testimony that someone will say, we have done all we can do?
I'll be honest with you now, and I'll be honest with that next administration. I mean, it's my obligation, it's my moral obligation to ensure that this force is resourced and that this force is committed into a strategy that I think will work. And I believe this strategy will work. This campaign very clearly envisages that the ANSF will move to the front, the ANSF will have the lead, the ANSF will secure the population of Afghanistan. And if I think that's coming off the rails, Congressman, I will let you know that.
Opinion polls show a growing number of Americans have lost faith in the Afghanistan mission and want the 90,000 U.S. troops there brought home now. Some Armed Services Committee members shared that skepticism, but General Allen insisted the best course is to stick with the drawdown plan that's already being implemented.
We will still have combat forces in Afghanistan all the way to the end. They'll be fewer in number, and the nature of the forces will be, in many respects, advisory in nature. But we can anticipate that the U.S. will be engaged in combat operations in support of the ANSF in the lead right to the end of 2014.
The general had little to say about Robert Bales, the U.S. Army Staff Sergeant being investigated in the killings of 16 Afghan civilians in 2 villages. Bales now is being held at the U.S. military prison at Fort Leavenworth, Kansas, where he met yesterday with his civilian attorney, John Henry Brown.
Well, he has some memories of what happened that evening before the alleged incident, and then he has some memories after that alleged incident, but he has no memories of what happened in between. And I'm beginning to question a lot of the facts that we've heard from the government.
More details also emerged about Bales's business background. Records show he was ordered to pay a $1.5 million judgment for securities fraud in 2003, a debt he still owes.